YouTube, what's going on? Doing a new video series, kind of a multi-part thing instead of doing one big long video. So I'm going to cover my EDC. I had a lot of requests for EDC videos, pretty frequent actually, and so I made one a few months ago. Just did some knives and other stuff I carry. So I'm going to start this series with my EDC bag. This is something kind of new to me that I have recently started carrying. It's a Maxpedition Fat Boy VersaPack. These recently went on clearance for a really good price. I mean, I think it was like $50 or something like that, and because they had their new stuff come up, and I jumped all over it because I like this size of bag. I had used my friend Curtis's bag, and I really like the size. I had a Vanquist Mobius 2.0, the new one. It was just a little big for what I used, so this is like perfect size. So plus you get the awesome Maxpedition quality, and I like this black and foliage combination here. So we'll go through kind of what I carry on my pack on an everyday carry basis. And then we'll just kind of go from there. So starting off, I'm not going to talk a lot about the bag. This bag's been reviewed 100 times, probably more. It's an exceptional bag. It's awesome, typical Maxpedition quality. So in the front pouch here, I typically carry a little sear kit, and what else is in there? A quarter. Quarter in case I need to use a payphone. Just joking, no payphones. So this is like a mini lock or sear kit here. Kind of an escape and evade kit. It has a handcuff key, a zip tie cutter, and a diamond saw. I just have it in a little plastic bag. I haven't found a good way to store these items yet, but I keep that here in the front, and just in case you need it. Obviously has a couple pouches on the. That's my favorite one there, the man purse one. Thought that was pretty awesome. That's what's in that front one, and here's the concealed carry permit and pocket. Right now I have my Glock 19. I actually have it in a holster. Typically I use the Velcro holster, but I took it out for a different pack I have, so I had it in the J4 tactical holster, quick click and carry holster in there. My Glock 19, that's my EDC gun. When I go to work, and usually throughout the work week, that's what I carry. I won't pull that out. On the side pocket here, I've just got some personal hygiene products, quite a few things like some Tums when I get a little stomachache or something like that, which happens way too much. Neutrogena, SPF 70, a little small thing of sunblock, always a good thing to have. A Tide Mini pen in case I need to get stain out. This is definitely an urban EDC, guys. This is not going to be like, you're not going to find a lot of fire starting things and survival things. This is more things I take to work with me on a daily basis. Some clippers. They're larger, so you can do toenails and fingernails. Don't cut your toenails at work, that's gross. And a spare contact lens container. I wear contacts. Dental floss. A lot of uses for dental floss besides the obvious ones. A small thing of extra what do you call this stuff? Contact solution. In case I need to take out my contacts, they get dirty. That's just happened many times, and I hate it when I didn't have anything. It was just, you had to bear with it. And then some hand sanitizer. So I have all that in that little side pouch, and it's got plenty of space, even for more stuff. This bag doesn't have the best organization. As far as like inside these pockets, there's not a lot of things going on. I will say the Vanquist I had much better organization overall, but with this, you don't really need it. I mean, it's just like these items can be stuck in here, and you have it on you. That's the most important thing. So that's one thing to keep in consideration. But that's what I keep in the little outside pouch here, is just some personal hygiene items, things I might need on a daily basis. On this side, I keep this is like, I think they're magazine pouch. I don't keep a magazine in there because I do use this pack a lot, like when I'm with my family and such, and I don't like to be too obvious, so I actually keep a flashlight in there. I keep the Lumentop SD Mini on me. That way I have a really powerful flashlight, and I want it to be a USB rechargeable flashlight, which this is micro USB, so that way I don't have to carry extra batteries around, because I have a battery bank in here, I'll show in a minute, that can charge this. So, and I have another light on my on-person EDC. This is kind of like my off-person EDC. Maybe that's what I'll title the video. Up here in the little phone pouch, it's way too small for normal phone, so I actually I have a Glock 43 magazine right now. I was carrying my Glock 43 with this, so I had a Glock 43 mag in there. I need to change that out for a Glock 19 mag. I'm glad I did this video because that made me think about that. So I usually keep an extra spare mag in there. of either for my 43 or for my 19. And then I have a pin here in this little pen slot. It's the ZT 10-year anniversary aluminum tactical pen. Awesome pen. Love it. It was a gift from ZT, which makes it even cooler. And I've got the Janus extension pouch on my Fat Boy. You don't have to run this. This is an extra pouch you can buy. It's really nice though because the buckles work with this. They're designed to work with this pack, and so it's just like having an extra pouch in the front, which I dig quite a bit. Got my Mandalorian, Boba Fett type patch there on the Velcro there, and inside of this I carry my sunglasses. My sunglasses are American Optics Aviators. These are freaking awesome for the money, guys. You can get these on Amazon for around $50, and they are extremely high quality sunglasses. They are not cheap. They are all metal, super heavy duty, clear glass. I mean, the lenses have awesome clarity. They're glass. They're much higher quality, I think, than even some other like Ray-Bans and stuff that I've had. So, and for the price, you can't beat them. So those are awesome. I keep those in there, and then I keep a little lens cloth for those glasses. Inside here, this is actually the shot cord that usually runs around this. I kind of found it a little bit obnoxious, and it didn't really hide away well, so I took it off, and I figured, a shot cord would be something good to have in your EDC, so I just kept it in there in case I needed it. And I also have a lock picking kit, a couple of the Bogotas, and a couple of the what are these little guys called? That's gonna drive me nuts. I knew that was gonna happen. These are made for like master locks and stuff. There's a name for them, but you can pick those locks really quickly. So you never know if you might need to do that. On the other side, there's a lot of space in here. I don't even utilizing a lot of the room in this pouch. I've just got a CRKT eating tool. So a lot of times I'll stuff other things in here, like my car keys. I'll stuff chapstick, stuff like that I don't necessarily want to have in my pockets. So it's nice to have that extra pouch on there. Moving along, we'll open up the main flap here. Up here I just carry a paracord bracelet, so I just have a little bit of paracord with me at all times. Again, this is not like a survival pack, this is an urban EDC. So in this front thing I have a IFAK, just like a little mini first aid kit for myself that has some medications, some C-locks, some bandages, all kinds of stuff. Just a basic small first aid kit for small cuts and bruises, stuff like that. I carry a trauma kit in my car with me at all times, but this just stays in this pack, and it's just one of the little Husky pouches. You can get them like little tool pouches. They're super cheap at Home Depot. I think you get a 3-pack for like $10 or something like that, and they're really nice little pouches. I like how they have the window, so you can see that's first aid. It's got the little red tab as well, and then on this inside here I just have an emergency blanket just in case. You can see this is a pretty minimal EDC. I don't carry a ton of stuff with me all the time. I loaded up my VanQuest when I had it, and I just thought, man, I don't need a lot of this stuff. So I got a smaller pack just so I could carry less. In the inside compartment here, you can see I've got there's two pockets in here. There's one here in the front, and that's where I keep my battery bank. This is an Aki, I think it's a 10,400 milliamp. It's got the quick charge capability, which my Motorola phone, my Moto X Pure does support quick charge, so I can quick charge my device on that really quick, which is nice. And that'll also charge that flashlight with the USB. And then I've got a lighter in the Exotac fire sleeve, just a big lighter. So I do have a fire making source if needed. I carry a fixed blade with me all the time in this. It's a Bradford Guardian 3 with the micarta scales. Really, really great knife, great utility knife. So I keep that with me, and that'll change. Sometimes I rotate it out for a different knife, but that's what's in there now. I've got a VanQuest little pouch here. I'll show you what's in this pouch. Move the bag off to the side. So I keep this with me. This is kind of like a little tool kit, I like to call it. I've got a Kershaw Torx tool for my knife maintenance. I've got a Husky precision screwdriver for other small things that I use a screwdriver for, which is quite often actually. I've got a Schrade. This is actually a keychain tool, and this is actually a pretty sweet little tool. It's titanium. It's stupid light. Like, I may move this to my keys just because it's so light, but it's got your nail, your pry bar, bottle opener, hex things. It's just one of those basic keychain tools. but it's really inexpensive. It's made in titanium, and I just keep it here in the kit. And I've also got a P38 can opener just for fun. Sharpie marker, Victorinox Pioneer X with the scissors. Did a review on that one. And one of the two, I keep the micro USB cables to charge the flashlight, phone, whatever. I have a Right in the Rain pad here. And in the back of here, I've got a Leatherman Sidekick. So, great little budget multi-tool. I got these on sale. Man, that was on Midway. It was a really good price recently. They must be discontinuing it because I've seen it on sale quite a bit, but it's a great budget multi-tool. So that's my little toolkit that I keep in there at all times. And I've also got, just take these things out, I've got my one of my survival outcast sewing kits from Fight or Flight, excuse me. I did a review on these items, actually the ones that come in bins. They used to come in these mil-spec bags, and I liked how thin and small it is. And you've got a lot of sewing things in here in case I need to fix something. I've got some zip ties, which is also very useful. Some twine, which can also be used for fire. There's multi-uses for this little kit, and it's super small and compact, so I like having that in there as well. And I got some wet ones and a survival towel, UTS survival towel. These are really cool. If you ever need to use it, it gets really big and it's really handy to have. So something like that's always good to have. You can use it for first aid. You can use it obviously to clean yourself. Quite a few uses. And then I've got some Kleenex in there as well. So really basic stuff, and I'm not crazy loaded down with a lot of gear. I'll actually weigh it just to see what it is, what the weight is with it. But that's pretty much everything I've got in the pack. And total weight. Nope. Let's not forget that 2 ounces. Let's get the scale ready. Alright. Total weight is 8 pounds, 6 ounces. That's with a fully loaded Glock 19 in there as well, so I don't think that's heavy at all, and that's pretty much loaded out how I would normally carry it. If I took the Glock 19 out, it would actually save quite a bit of weight. So, but that's kind of my EDC bag, what I carry with me on a daily basis. Now this isn't, and it's an EDC bag. It's not a get home bag. It's not a bug out bag. Again, it's for urban EDC. I don't feel like I need lots of fire making stuff, lots of survival things in that bag, just because it's something that I carry with me in my car, carry it with, to work, those kind of things. So it's pretty basic and simple. It doesn't have a ton of extra stuff. I do have in my car, like I mentioned, a get home bag. I have a larger first aid kit, with a trauma kit, and so on and so forth. This is kind of just part of the system. So part 1 of the EDC series is going to be on my off-person EDC, which is the Maxpedition Fat Boy Burst Pack. Any questions or comments, leave them down below. We'll see you on the next video.